Hi guys. So Brett and Little Man went to Brett's parents' house for a few hours today to do a late Christmas, and I decided to take a little road trip about 45 minutes away from my house to a thrift store I've never been in. So we're gonna go in and we're gonna check it out and see if we can find anything. So wish us luck. Let's go in. All right, let's have a look. Seems to have a lot of new things, and it's pretty messy. Nothing is jumping out at me. This is, I can't even give you a section here because it's literally everything from laptops to spray bottles and fake flowers. But nothing fantastic so far. These look really cute. I can't tell if they're new or old. They are $3 each. They do have two of them. And housewares with an orange ticket are 50% off. These are only $1. And there is a pair. There's one back there as well, if you can see it. I do have my light on me. So again, rest assured, I'm shining it on everything. Very, very messy. Oh my goodness, it's hard to look at things. Remember, we drove 45 minutes to get here. But hey, if you don't come, you don't know, right? Now we know. Made in China. Look at this cat. First, I thought this was like a pipe, a bowl, but it's not. I'm just a weirdo. And I'm putting this back with its family. This looks like one of those coil candles that go all the way around, but there's no wick, so I don't know what it is. And this is wood, which is actually pretty cool. I thought it was ceramic at first. These are awesome. I used to have this in my apartment in Connecticut. I loved it. This has some age to it. It's a little worn. It's only 50 cents, and that is Federal. You see that F in the shield there? That's Federal glass. But it is worn, and there's only one. So even for 50 cents, I think I'll leave it. People ask what I do with all this stuff, and the truth is I get rid of existing things to put in new things. So they need to be pretty special for me to get rid of my current things. This is faded. That had gold all over it, but no more. These salt and pepper shakers, Japan. The other one is back there. Back there, see it? Now these are simply lovely. They're $2 each. I wish they had a mark to help me out here. I have no idea who makes them. They're pretty wonderful, and there is a pair. Those are so cute. Now this piece of lusterware, Japan, and let's look at the mark. This is an old one. This is 30s for 99 cents. Always looking for old 20s, 30s, 40s hand-painted metal trays for my mom. They are very hard to find, apparently. I'm curious about these. These are $2.50. No mark at all. They do look to have some age to them. Looks to be like a Roman chariot type scene. Now, these tricked me. I thought these were ceramic. They are, in fact, melamine. So we'll leave those behind as well. And all Christmas is 50% off. So let's see if we can find any nice vintage items. Now, my heart almost stops when I see this tree. But I was not expecting the snowman. And I decide to leave that. And of course, I'll be looking for old ornaments and any super vintage Christmas items. Now this sleigh in here appears to be that capiz from the Philippines, I think. But that's really the only piece I like in here. So I'll leave that. And I don't have any colored ones. So I'll stick to my white ones. These look newer. One is shattered. This one has no marks. So these will stay behind as well. Well, you guys are looking at what I'm looking at. The magic boxer shorts, they're $2. I kind of want to get them, but I don't know anybody in my life who will actually wear them. Size large. They are fantastic, but I will leave them behind. But that's pretty spectacular. You never know if you'll find any old garland or things like that, but no luck here. What is this? Barcode, not old enough. This tin box looks interesting. It seems to have German writing on it. It was probably cookies or chocolate, I guess. No idea the age on that. And might as well dig through here too. Let's see if we can find anything. Nothing good here either. This looks to be a hobbyist piece. I don't know why they thought that was a $5 piece, though. And they had me fooled. I thought it was vintage. Kinda thought that might be vintage too. See, they keep tricking me. Made in China. Since I drove the 45 minutes, I'm going to make sure I look at everything. This looks kind of old. It's missing its bottom, though, I think. Now, this little guy, he's got a little hole in his face, but he's 25 cents, and he's definitely vintage. Flocked and blow mold ornament, and I think I'm going to rescue him. Yeah, we'll rescue him for 25 cents so he doesn't end up in the trash. This little, looks like a little British officer. This beaded zebra is interesting. Not Christmas, but interesting. Look at how heartbreaking this is. So there's a whole jazz ensemble, and every single piece in here is beheaded because it's in a bag. These look like older hobbyist pieces, I think. And there seems to be a few of them that go together. Not this guy. But this one looks like it goes. No luck. No luck here. We don't seem to be having much luck of any kind here, guys, so I guess we'll hit the road and drive back the 45 minutes home, unfortunately. We tried. So I got the little reindeer ornament and this pair of earrings for 99 cents. I would say 1960s, and that's all I got. But at night, we take a family trip to Savers. Let's go. Okay, we just walked into Savers, and the very first thing that's catching my eye is this little dish with the gold trim. The roses and leaves seem to be intact, and it says made in occupied Japan, which for that reason alone, it's going into the cart. Next, this little dish is catching my eye, and it turns out to be like paper mache and looks like it was made by an artist. Checking out all the bells. This one's missing its clapper. Now these, if these were Italian, we'd be in business, but they're all Taiwan. Always looking for vintage Christmas. Now these looked old, but House of Lloyd, 91. So they kind of fooled me. I meant older than that. This piece is interesting here. I see this little porcelain boot down here, and it is Royal Crown, which is, it's not the best maker, so it's nothing too special, even though it is in great shape. I'm surprised those flowers are all intact. I will look for vintage Christmas all year long. Yes, I will. This bowl catches my eye with green at the bottom, red on the top, but then you can see the flashing is coming off, so that is not a quality piece at all. This price tag is covering the mark, so I am going to go ahead and peel that back a little bit. And that is a Nesco. But I think I'll pass on that. And this, I can tell, is Japanese. It's a bank. And there it is, Japan. Can usually tell by the eyelashes a lot of times. They just do a specific style on the eyes. And this is very interesting. So it's in its original box, and there's no barcode, which is a good sign as to its age. It's made in Hong Kong. And it's this weird little thing that's a play friction toy. Press the head and go away. I don't know what that is. Once again, I get fooled here, all excited, but these are Avon, and they get me every time with that cranberry glass. Every time, Avon. Some medals. This is like very cheaply made. I thought it was something cool. This is very new as well. That's interesting, but made in China. I can't wait till things start refilling after the holidays. When people start getting rid of things for what they got for Christmas, it's always very exciting. I want to reach back here. Oh, whoa. Oh, this is actually kind of nice with all the etching on it, but I'm going to put you back upside down so I don't knock you over again. I just wanted to check this out because this looks kind of interesting, but there's only one and it's not that interesting. What do we have here in their original box? These say gingerbread candle rings / napkin rings. Bright Touches, 3 boxes of them for $3.99. That's a great price. But then I look and you can see 1985 on there. So not quite old enough for my liking. So I will leave those behind. Teleflora, see? Teleflora is another one that gets me every time. This has no mark on it, which is kind of surprising. This is very sweet. I like this a lot. No marks. Definitely looks to have some age to it. $3.99. And this caught my eye because it looks to have some age to it. And it turns out to be a hobbyist piece by Val in 1980. So Val, bang up job on that one. Very nice. This is a beautiful piece. And this is a Schumann Bavarian, and it's 1932 to 1944 with that mark. So that is a nice piece. No. This is a Roseville piece, Roseville Pottery. I like this. I think I will grab this. Checking this out. Not bad, but nothing too special. The last time I came to Savers, I had the trip of a lifetime, so that's not likely to happen twice in a row. So I'm just looking. This is beautiful and appears to be quite old. This is Crown Ducal, England. See that natural crazing? That definitely has some age to it, and I love the black. But I will not get into teacups either, because that is too easy to do. And like I always say, who is the room? This is a piece of lusterware, and that is from Czechoslovakia, $5.99. This looks like Fiesta ware to me, but it is not. It's a huge dog bowl, which is kind of even cuter, in my opinion. Oh, look, Avon got me again. Every single time. USA. That's actually a very nice creamer. But I will leave it because I'm super picky on creamers. So Brett and Little Man both got their own UV lights for us thrifting, by the way. We now say they are members of the club. This is German. No mark. KPM. This is absolutely phenomenal. These vintage canisters by Goodwood, Japan. There's the larger one up there, and there's the medium one here, which is missing its lid, but these are fantastic. Art glass poop. That is extremely well made with a crystal clear pontil scar. So someone worked very masterfully creating that art glass poop for someone to enjoy. Now, let's see. These are actually Hall restaurant wear. These are quite lovely, but I don't need those either. But those are some great pieces. And this is mid-century. This is Ben Siebel Mikasa Duplex, and this would have had a matching creamer in that beautiful, beautiful avocado green. And this is also made in Czechoslovakia. So that's a quite special nappy dish as well. This is Japan. The sugar bowl's all screwed up, but here's the teapot, and there's no creamer. And this, no, you almost had it. You almost had it. That's not the lid. I want to check out this big ceramic football stadium because Brett was looking at it before. It's got a separate football bowl. How much do they have on this? He was looking at it before saying how cool it was. Let's see. It's only $6.99, which isn't bad at all, but where do you put something like that and have to worry about it breaking, you know? Really inconvenient. Oh, that's totally, totally new. This is a Steubenville. Russell Wright. It's missing its lid, though. This is called a vegetable dish. It would have had a matching lid, and that's gone. This cute little juice jug. This mug, this is a Frida mug. I think I'm going to grab that one as a future present. God is within her. She will not fall. I love that. Oh, hello, you little piece of history. I love you. I think I'm going to grab you too for the lake house that we don't have yet. What is this one? Central Perk. It's a Friends mug. I think somebody made that. I love this. I think I'll get this too for a future gift. So I'm going to be grabbing a bunch of mugs today. And grab all my mugs. What is this one? This one's cute. It looks kind of old. Taiwan. It is a little older. And up here, I spy with my little eye some Hull pottery. Oh my goodness. And there are two, but it turns out the other one is broken, so we shall take one. And this beautiful glass paperweight in this bag. However, it's the only thing in there, and the bag's $4.99, so I'm going to have to pass on that one. These DeLonghi little coffee bean ice trays. You get two of them for $3. That is a great price, but like, what am I going to do with that? And I don't know anybody else who would actually use that, as cool as they are. So little owls are catching my eye, but they fooled me once again. They're not old at all. And here we have our classic anchor hocking avocado green chip and dip without the rack, always. This looks pretty amazing, this bowl, and I think that is some type of signature or mark on there, but I cannot make it out. Cancun? I don't really know. I'd be totally guessing. And then there's this very interesting nappy dish. I feel like this is something super special, and I cannot make out a lick of what's underneath, but I'm getting the feeling that it's super old. And this is a stangle. Stangles can range all over the place depending on the years and the content. Here's a collector's Coca-Cola plate and mug. This lamp, oh my goodness, $6.99. And this screams 60s, 70s. And the plug verifies that. And that is only $4.99. Now, let's take a look at what we picked up on our family trip to Savers. So, I am here to show you what we picked up on our family trip to Savers. It was okay, but I think we got some pretty cool things. So, the first thing I picked out, I finally found one. And of course, it was broken, but I got it anyway. So I finally found a Longaberger basket. I did. And it is cracked. It is cracked and cracked, but you know what? I was looking for a basket to put my wool dryer balls in on top of my dryer, and this will do just fine. So I picked up, finally, a Longaberger basket for $1.99. I love it. I'll keep looking. I'm just so happy I finally found one, because I look every single time I go to thrift stores. My first one, and it's broken, but that's okay. Moving on. I got little man these adorable slippers. They are Elmo slippers, and they are his size, and they say Elmo on the sides. They're Sesame Street, and they were $2.49, and these are great because they're gonna, stay on his feet really well, so it's perfect. Then I found myself these adorable little slippers. They are black and gold sequins, little ballerina slippers. How can you not? And they were $2.49. Amazing. I also got myself these fantastic moccasins, and they are brand new, and they are white and oh so plush and cozy inside, and I love them, and they were $6.99, but that's fine because they're fantastic as well. Then I got this for little man just because I wanted to make sure we have one. I don't know. There's no year on it, but I know it's new. And it is this little mystery machine, and it was only $1.99. It's so cool. And it opens up, and it's like a little, play scene. I love it. So yes, $1.99 for the mystery machine. Little man picked out a bag for $4.99, and it's got some giant bugs in there. A lot. It's got like 5 giant beetles in there, a Buzz Lightyear, a huge grasshopper. It's gross. And trees and some fencing and a little shark. I don't know. That's what he wanted. That's what he got. And I picked him up these Vans. If you saw a few hauls ago, I got him some black Converse, and they did fit, so that was very exciting. These are slightly bigger so that he can kind of switch into these once the Converse stop fitting him. And these have a zipper up the back. And I just really liked them, and they were only $3.49. Then I bought this, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I bought this gorgeous baby blanket. And it was only $1.99, and I actually got this because I wanted some cute little blanket or throw to have like on my chair in my office, or like if my legs get cold, or I don't know. I just wanted one, and I think this is absolutely perfect. And it's not like too small, it's not like a receiving blanket or anything. It's like a crib size blanket, so it's the perfect size. $1.99, and I think it's so unique and beautiful. So I got that. Next, you saw this in the walkthrough, this Roseville Pottery. This little creamer, it was $2.99, no chips or cracks. I think it's absolutely beautiful, and I got this probably for the lake house that we don't have yet. As well as this beautiful Hull drip glazed mug. Now these resell, I'm not reselling, but these resell for like $10-15 a mug. They did have two, but the other one had a big crack going right down it. So I did buy it for $1.99 for the cottage, the lake house that we don't have yet. Now this, I had to have this. You see this in the walkthrough as well. This beautiful little dish, no chips, no cracks. Absolutely gorgeous. It was $3.99, and the sole reason why I got it is because I've never seen this in person as of yet. Now that I saw it once, I'll probably see it all the time, but the made in occupied Japan. That refers to a very specific time frame of 1945 to 1951, where things had to be marked made in occupied Japan. So now I have one, and this will go on my dresser with all my other frou-frou things, and it's wonderful. $3.99. I got this mug to save for a future present, and I know for who. This Frida Kahlo mug. No chips, no cracks. It's really, really cool. It's pyramidamerica.com. 2019 Frida Kahlo Corporation. And they put the sticker right over half her face, but there you go. I also got this mug for the lake house, which we don't have yet, but just because. And it's wonderful. And it's so vintagey and fabulous. And it was $1.99. I love it. And another mug to save for a future gift is this Friends mug. $1.99, and it has Central Perk and all the objects of significance from Friends, and then sayings like "we were on a break," "Joey doesn't share food." It says "pivot" on it and things like that. So I thought that was wonderful for $1.99. And the very last item in this Savers haul is this bucket of bristle blocks, stackadoos. I picked this out for little man for $4.99 because I think they're absolutely fantastic. And it's completely full. So, very cool. That is our Savers haul. And I have a bonus little haul for you that I did not film any in-store footage, so I'm just going to give you a little bonus haul right now. There was a little thrift store down in the village that I had never been into before, and I had just a few minutes a week or so ago before Christmas on my way to go pick up little man, and I swung in and I got a couple things. So let me show you what I got. Hey everyone, so we're here with the little bonus haul from this little thrift store that I stopped into very quickly on my way to pick up little man before Christmas. And it was like 3 or 4 days before Christmas. There was a sign outside that said all Christmas was 50% off and the whole store was 50% off. So I was like, whoa. And I actually walked in and I asked the guy, I said, is that like a bad thing? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like you're leaving? He's like, no, we just got here. We're just making room for more inventory. I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll definitely be going back there very, very soon, I can assure you. But let me show you some of the things I picked up as the whole store was half off. Absolutely crazy. So I'll show you some of the things that maybe weren't the best, but I was acting very quickly. So the first thing I picked up was this kind of like Art Deco looking green glass jar with this metal flower frog on top. And I was a little perplexed because that looked way too new. And there was something on the bottom that says THT 2004. I don't know if you can see that. But it's like, it turns out it means like tender heart treasures or something like that. and they're like modern replicas. So even though it has these Art Deco lines and I thought there was a possibility it was old, it wasn't, but I totally took the risk because it was 50 cents. So, albeit super cool, it's very modern. So that's fine though, 50 cents. Then I did find these Pyrex. I don't know if that's going to show up there for you, but Pyrex little coffee cups with the golden butterfly, I believe this is called. They only had 3. They had no saucers. Actually, they did have saucers that looked like they matched, but they were Corning. And the translucency was different, totally different, but the pattern looked very similar. But I was like, no, I'm not having mismatched stuff. So I got 3 of these little Pyrex coffee cups, and hopefully down the line, I'll find the saucers. I feel like I will. I feel like I'll be lucky enough to find. This is one of the most common patterns from Pyrex that you are most likely to find anywhere. But I just thought it was cool to have a little piece of history, as I always say, and I paid $1 each for them, which was totally fine with me. So 3 of those. Then I saw this green slung vase. It's a 5-finger vase. I don't know if it's Viking or not. I don't think so though. I'm not really sure. But I don't have a slung vase, so I thought this was cool. Even though green, again, is not the most desirable color, but it's good for me to at least start with. And this was $2.50 at the 50% off, so that was cool. Then I found this little probably 1950s, maybe 1960s Westmoreland 3-footed little scallop, little trinket dish or soap dish in milk glass. I love it. I love the lattice work. So that is Westmoreland, and that was $4, but $2 after the discount. Beautiful. Then I found this Fostoria milk glass covered candy dish. Beautiful condition, no chips or cracks. This is from the early 1960s. And again, you have some of that lattice work around there. I just love it. It's a covered compote, I think is what it is classified as. So I got it for $8 with 50% off. So I paid $4. And before that, they had it for $20, which is crazy. But that's like an antique booth price, and that would still be too high. But yes, I got it for $4, and I absolutely love it. Then, before I get into what I think is my most special piece, I also found this in the little basket of jewelry, and he ended up giving it to me for free. I recognized what this was right away, and if you know anything about them, you recognize it right away too. I didn't even inspect it. I started doubting myself when I got home because I'm like, I didn't even look to see if it says anything on it. But right away, my brain told me this was a Wade Whimsy. And if you are not familiar, Wade is an English ceramics company, and they teamed up. They have tons of things and tons of figurines and all of that. But these little Wade Whimsies started, I believe, in 1967. They linked up with Red Rose Tea, and you could actually get a Wade Whimsy in your Red Rose Tea box. So they did that from 1967 all the way until I don't even know. I think it was 2018 they stopped. So they did it for a very long time, but this one was still in its original little packaging, and it is this little parrot. And then sure enough, I am going to keep it in its little bag because why not? But sure enough, right there on the front of the base which you won't be able to see, but that does say Wade, E-N-G. So Wade, England, it's a little Wade whimsy. I'm so excited about that. And he gave it to me for free. Now, what I consider to be my coolest find of the day is this rose pinkish kind of, it's like a pinkish milk glass or a slag glass with this gold beautiful detail. It's this double candle holder and it is hand painted. So right away when I saw this, I knew it was special. Luckily enough, I turned it around and its original foil sticker was there. This is a charlatan piece. Now, if you don't know what a charlatan piece is, charlatan was actually a company basically that bought blanks off of famous companies and did the hand painting work to be able to call it a charlatan piece and put a charlatan sticker on it and all of that. They still do it, or at least they still did it in the early 2000s. So they would buy pieces from Fenton, Cambridge, and many other well-known companies, and they would buy blanks to paint. Charlatan artists, they only had 55, I think at their prime, 55 artists in their company, and you had to actually, no matter what your art background was or your art experience, you had to go under extensive training for 18 months before you could be like awarded, entitled the honor of being a charlatan artist. So it's just a very interesting story. And this happens to be a Cambridge piece. So this is a Cambridge piece gotten as a blank for charlatan, and it became a charlatan hand-painted piece. How amazing is that? And this was originally $6, but I got it for $3, and I think it's absolutely amazing. Very, very excited. So I will definitely be going back to that place. It's very hard to film though, because it's very small, and guy who works there is lovely, but he's a little strange. But aren't we all? So yeah, I'll definitely be going back there. I'm very happy I stumbled in there. Rumor has it, he said they might even move to a bigger building next door. So we'll see what happens. But this was a little bonus haul since I didn't have any walkthrough footage to put before it. So that will conclude this like triple thrift store haul, if you want to call the first one a haul, with my 2 items, my reindeer and my earrings, but whatever. But that's going to do it, guys. Make sure you stay tuned for more, because there already is more. And if you have not yet hit that subscribe button, please consider doing so and becoming a permanent part of the Thrifty Divas family. Tell your friends if you think they would like the content too. We would greatly appreciate it. We would love to have you, and we tend to have a lot of fun here. So thank you for hanging out with me, seeing some treasures, and until the next video, stay blessed, my friends. I love each and every one of you.